lot of people trying to shake the money tree to get them out there. Yes, sir.
Programming, we're talking about farmer reduce phosphorus. Can you explain some of the methods that you use to pull the samples in order to get the
Yes. So yeah, I think your question is if we're testing for phosphorus in the soil and if we could draw down the phosphorus, what would be our method? Yeah. So there's a variety of ways. In Iowa, we did tile water testing to see how much phosphorus was leaving the farmer's field. And it was a very impressive number in terms of phosphorus reduction, phosphorus runoff reduction. And he was using, quite a few different things. You're probably not going to draw down phosphorus very fast. But as you improve the tilth and the texture of the soil and what we generally just call soil health, you're going to get a bigger and bigger phosphorus response, which says you have more phosphorus available. So if you do like the Midwest Labs test unavailable phosphorus, you're going to draw phosphorus down because you're going to apply less phosphorus. We don't need extremely high numbers. There's no value in building phosphorus levels in the soil. There is value in making phosphorus more available that's already in the soil. And kind of to your question on biologicals, more diverse plant population. When I do a cover crop, I just go to the shed and see what all seeds I have left over. I might have wheat and soybeans and some sorghum or whatever. And I always, on cover crops, I plant as many diverse seeds as possible because they're going to favor different microbial communities. I don't know which, I don't understand, but it doesn't matter because I know that I'm going to have a better field after. Mother Earth likes to be covered all the time. We leave her too bare too long. One thing I like about wheat is we still have time to get in there and put a cover crop in. And we started with red clover. I was working with the University of Wisconsin back in 1989, 90. We were doing reintroduction of small grains and cover crops in the corn soybean rotation. And we were so proud of our red clover. We could go out and frost seed red clover in the spring before the wheat came out of dormancy. And the next year, the cutworm went right down the row and cut off every corn plant. So we traded one problem for another problem. And so what you want to be careful of is that when you get one benefit, that you didn't cause two negative items. But red clover actually foster white mold, and you'll get more white mold in your soybeans, and you'll get more cutworm in your corn. But cutworm's no longer a problem since we have triple stack corn and a GMO event that will keep the cutworms at bay. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we hit a home run just to get a cover crop planted. We need to see which ones do best on our farm. And I like to plant variety. I have a project on Washington Island, and the University of Wisconsin agronomy says you can't grow flax in the state of Wisconsin, that weeds overtake them. On Washington Island, flax grows great. It doesn't compete with the weeds. It does a really good job. You just don't know until you try these things on your own farm. And cover crops are very much that way. Tillage radishes are a brassica. They harbor Pythium, Phytophthora, and Rhizoctonia. So if I plant tillage radishes as a cover crop, I'm certainly not going to come back with soybeans for a year or two. So, we kind of have to have our eyes wide open going into those things. Yeah, well, you've been a great audience. I appreciate all your comments. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ron. And thank you guys all for coming out. I think that was a good way to end with the sort of knowing your own land and your own ground and kind of experimenting. I just wanted to plug the Washtenaw County Conservation District has a very localized cost share program that's really easy and quick. And basically, we can help you pay for cover crops if you want to experiment and give that a shot. It's a one-page application. We review them monthly, and you purchase the seed and we reimburse you. So there's some information up there on that if you're interested. And Rick, did you want to plug anything else? Excellent. A suggested cover crop seed list. I don't personally, but we have technicians that work with us at the Conservation District, and they will walk through your plan and what ground you have and basically make recommendations from there. I know we recently paid for some rye seed, but it doesn't really matter. It depends on whatever you want on your property. So thank you again.